Grand Prix. I'm gonna set the page. We just had qualifying for the late live again. Here we have the 5 LED red lights, and they are out, and we are underway for the Baku Grand Prix. Now here we see Ruben starting from pole, has a good launch off the start, and we see a Mercedes spinning, and I think that was Noah that was spun around there. Now as we head down into turn 2, that run that's clean. Ruben now in Q1 of course, and I'm gonna invite that gangster real quick. Disconnected. So now as it stands, we have the Aston Martin will drop back the Stim Boy, and you see here Ruben now leading this Grand Prix, followed by Jens and Yuki. Noah has dropped down to P, dropped very far down, and Yuki is disconnected. That's very unfortunate for him. We can join back. Disco also dropping down the order. We're born in battle here with CP game. Hanging it around the outside there, there's no space. They keep it clean. Because of that, Jordan start now with a big gap between Jens and Miro Gordon. CP needing to pass Miro Gordon real quick. And that gangster has again left this section. And Miro Gordon stays ahead actually. Now Sverre and CP game here going side by side here. He's still ahead of Sverre. EP and Sverre side by side here. Sverre taking the position of CP game. He's going back, but lost a lot of time behind Tim Boy. And as Jens has made a mistake, Jens has lost very much time to needing to invite lost much time. Gangster is right back. Asia has passed Nexus. Ooh, and Nexus has spun round. Nexus has spun round there out of the zone. And there someone has got damage. I think that wasn't Nexus. I don't know who it was. Nexus going too deep into the corner and has spun round. So now you see Nexus has retired also. Ruben now in P1 with a 1.6 gap. And Dean has pitted. I think it was Dean who got that damage. And here Mirror Corner, CP Gaming again, side by side. Heading towards turn 3. CP Gaming passing Mirror Corner. Just goes also back. Bit of people disconnecting, it's not what we want to see. And we see Polly standing into the wall. Oh, Polly, did he get damage? I think he has. Polly has damage in... No, he doesn't have damage. Okay, so Josko already joined back, and Dean made his first pit stop. DP following behind Sverre, and Sverre finds catch up to Jens. Josko is now, has control of his car now, playing for Pep Gangster. There's a yellow flag for Josko actually in the castle. Now Ruben leading this race, followed by Jens. Made a mistake and lost time. 1.3 is the gap, and Sverre is just not in the DRS of Jens, and Ralph going past Noah. Ralph lines up to P6. Drop down to P7. Now Jens leading a DRS train a bit. That's P2. See if Jens can drive to Ruben. Sverre just 9/10 second gap to Jens as well. Realize I had no mic in my controller, so I don't know if I was hearable, but now I am much better hearable, I think. I'm sorry for that. And yeah, so I don't know if you guys could hear me, but Sverre is now in P1, followed by Jens, who made a mistake, and we see Sheepy Gamer overtaking Sverre. Oh, a bit of lagging there. And Noah re-overtaking Ralph. And now Sheepy Gamer is right in the DRS of Jens. Jens losing time to Ruben. The gap is now 1.6. And Jens has very bad Wi-Fi. As we can see, he's glitching. He's teleporting all over the place. I don't think Sheepy likes that. And Sheepy also has front wing damage. He misses his wing end plate. If you come here to the castle section, we have a battle here at the back of the grid between Polly, Josko and Lucy Boy. The battle is for P12. The gap between Ruben and Jens is now 1.6 seconds. Sverre and Miro Koren here side by side. And Miro Koren is ahead of Sverre now. Miro Koren overtaking Sverre there. I think, oh, that lagged again a bit. The gap between Sverre and Ralph is now 1.7 seconds. Ralph weaving a bit to work together with Noah. As you can see in the background there. The gap between Jens and Ruben is now only 1.1 seconds. Lucy Boy has again left the session because of his Wi-Fi. That's not something, that's not good for him. He's also down to P14. That's unfortunate. Gap between Jens and Ruben now 1.1 seconds. Can Jens can Jens come at a DRS of Ruben before the start-finish straight for the detection zones? 1.1 is the gap again. Oh, a bit of sliding there from Jens. Lost a bit of time there. 1.2 now the gap. He also straightened behind Sheepy Gamer. Scraping the wall there. As you see a yellow flag, and that's for Timboy. Timboy in P9 has spun around. Jens is now in that DRS. 9/10 is the gap. Let's see if he was in the DRS at the detection zone. Is his rear wing gonna be open? Yes, it is. A bit of open close there for the rear wing. But Sheepy Gamer, is he gonna make the move here on Jens? He's dive bombing down the inside. Jens and Sheepy here side by side. Still side by side, going down into turn 2. And Jens is a bit glitching. Jens is glitching all over the place at my screen. Jens has very bad Wi-Fi, as we can see here, but Sheepy Gamer makes the move at a very weird way. Jens is teleporting all over the place, and Mirokoren doesn't like it at all, as we can see. Oh, and Mirokoren going through the Ferrari, of going through the V-Carb, with the very bad Wi-Fi of Jens. Mirokoren goes into P3. Jens losing a lot of time because of his Wi-Fi, I think. I hope he gets it fixed. And the gap now 1.4. Sverre now right behind him. Same for Ralph. And Noah has pitted actually. I didn't saw that. Noah has pitted and dropped down to P18. Now stuck behind Timboy. He can get past Aston Martin very soon. But Sheepy Gamer is now right up the ass of Ruben. He's very close to Ruben now. The gap between Mirokoren and Jens is just 9/10, so Jens will have the DRS. Let's see if Sheepy is gonna make the move. He is gonna make the move. He goes to the inside and just sweeps past Ruben. And Jens is pitted. Yeah, let's see where he comes out. So does he come ahead of Thomas or behind Noah? Oh, Jens standing. Oh, Jens is again glitching. Jens's Wi-Fi is like really bad. Noah has passed Timboy, and Jens just comes in front of Noah. Noah. And Noah lost a lot of time behind Timboy. That's not what I wanted. Now, let's see who's gonna go into the pits this lap. Let's see if someone pits, and Mirokoren has passed Ruben. I am curious if Sheepy is gonna change his front wing. Ralph has gone past Sverre. That's a bit of a weird place to do, but he did it. And Ralph also is gonna get past Ruben very easily. Ruben is going into the pits. Same for Sverre. Same for Sheepy Gamer. All three coming into the pits. Mirokoren and Ralph staying out. Let's see if Sheepy Gamer is gonna change his front wing. I can't see. No, he's not changing his front wing. So he still has that broken front wing, and Jens is coming in front of Sheepy Gamer. not by that much. And Sverre and Dean, the Red Bulls, come close together there. Dean actually is past Noah. Don't know how that happened. And Timboy is now also very close to this train. So Sheepy Gamer won a lot of time in the pit stop phase. Let's see where Ralph and Mirokoren are gonna come out. And it's a yellow flag and Polly has retired. Polly has crashed. I don't know actually where Polly has crashed. We can't see. Polly has crashed. Polly has crashed coming off turn 4. Unfortunate for Polly. So we have a full course safety car. We didn't saw the crash of Polly. But this is very good for Mirokoren and Ralph, because I think they're just staying in the lead or not. No, Mirokoren comes, I think, in front or behind Jens. Let's see here, out of the pits. Mirokoren is in. Oh, this is going to be really close here. Mirokoren is in front of Jens, so Mirokoren is now the new race leader. This is very good for Mirokoren, and also Rolf now in P4. He's gained a lot of time. So your new race leader here is Mirokoren in P1. Who was very lucky with the safety car. But I'm just gonna, because it's now safety car, so nothing really happens. I'm gonna see if I can invite a UC Bolivia. I'll be right back. Mirokoren now leading this race. Jens with his bad Wi-Fi down into P2. Hopefully in this second stint his Wi-Fi doesn't get too bad. Noah, who was a bit unlucky with that pit penalty he got.
safety car is gonna come in next lap, I think. Not this lap. Safety car is not coming in this lap. Still needing to wait for Pep Gangster and use. So the safety car will come in this lap. We're now at the halfway point, nearly at the halfway point. So let's see if Miro Koren can maintain that lead. Drivers that still needing to pit are Dean, I think only Dean. And I don't know what happened to Josko, he lost the place. So the safety car will come in this lap. Safety car is in this lap. Let's see when Miro Koren is gonna put the throttle down. Miro Koren, Jens leaving a bit of a gap there. And Miro Koren waiting and waiting, and that's a bit dangerous there for Miro Koren. And Miro Koren has now put the throttle down. We are underway here. Miro Koren leading this Grand Prix still. And as we see people going side by side, Ruben and Ruben going straight on. Oh no, he didn't went straight on, but I think he has damage. Yes, indeed, he has damage. Ruben not didn't make the corner there, and has dropped down to P8. Now Noah has spun around, I think, dropped down to P11. Miro Koren keeping that lead, now second clear of Jens. And Miro Koren driving away from Jens. And Ralph right behind Sheepy Gamer. Looks like Ralph has way more pace. Let's see the tire. Ralph is also on new mediums. Same for Miro Koren, so that's interesting. I don't think they're Ralph and Miro Koren making it to the end. I don't think that they will. But let's see what will happen. She's gone down the long straight. The corner sets the fastest lap of this race now. Ruben going past Dean. Timboy going past Pep Gangster. And Timboy going past Luke. And Timboy has spun round. Oh, that isn't fortunate for him, for the Aston Martin driver. Gordon now it makes the gap 1.3. He's losing time now to Jens. That's because of that new mediums. Ooh, it's really close there at the castle section. People nearly hitting the wall there. The gap between Mirkoren and Jens is 1.5. Ralph is way quicker than Sheepy Gamer because of that new tire. Ralph now 4 tenths behind Sheepy. Is Ralph able to make a move? Is Sheepy able to make a move? Or is Sverre able to make a move? I think Sverre is. Sverre goes down the inside and Sheepy goes down the inside there. Sheepy down the inside of Jens. They're still side by side and Sheepy gets the position. Ralph and Sverre now fighting it out, and Sverre has passed Ralph for P4. Nice battles going on here. Is Jens able to retake that position? No, he isn't. Let's see if Sheepy Gamer is going to drive towards Mirkoren. Mirkoren, I think he's going to have problems with his tires very soon. Same for Ralph. Mirkoren there in P1. And Ruben lost a lot of time behind Dean. And now isn't able to drive towards Ralph. As Ruben has damage actually. Unfortunate for the Belgian driver. Let's see when the drop-off is gonna start for Mirkoren and for Ralph. I think it's gonna be pretty soon. Around lap 19, something like that. So this is gonna be interesting towards the end. Still 10 laps of racing left, 9 actually. Or no, 10, I'm correct. And Dean is going into the pits for his second stop. Dean pitted early in the race because of damage and now pitting for new tires again. Let's see who's gonna make a two-stop. Apart from Dean. Ralph already struggles to keep up with Sverre. The gap is now 9 tenths, around a second between him and Sverre. Gap between Mirkoren and Sheepy goes down to 1.9 seconds. That gangster actually has pretty... he's keeping Luke and Noah behind, and Josko. Sverre makes the move on Jens here, goes down the inside and loses a lot of speed there in the inside, so Jens stays ahead. And Ruben goes into the pit for a second stop, and there Jens hit the wall pretty hard. But Ruben is in to the pits. Let's see if he's gonna get behind or ahead of... Oh, and Timboy has retired. As we see Jens going wide here. Jens going wide, and that means the door is right open for Sverre there. So Sverre up into P3, Jens drops down into P4. But now Ruben now is ahead of Dean. So let's see who's gonna make a 2-stop apart from Ruben and Dean. As we have a yellow flag, and that's Noah who's spun around in castle section. Noah who doesn't have damage. Drives further. And the gap now between Mirakoren and Chippy Gamer is 1.1 second. So the drop-off has started for Mirakoren. And because of the battle between Sverre and Jens, they are now pretty far behind. So let's see. Oh, and Mirakoren goes into the pits, actually. Mirakoren goes into the pit lane. That's an early bird stop. Let's see which tires he gonna put on. We don't see it. We still don't see it. He's gonna drop down behind the train. And he goes to the hard tire. Mirakoren goes for a new hard tire, drop down into P8, so CP Gamer has clean air here. CP Gamer in P1 now with the clean air. See if he can make big progress on Sverre. I don't think CP, Sverre or Jens is gonna pit again. Ralph needs to pit again. But Mirakoren now has way more pace than Josko and Luke and Pep Gangster. So Mirakoren needing to get past, needs to get past very quickly. Castle section is so dangerous, but it's so fun to watch. Mirakoren nails it perfectly. Castle section. Let's see if Mirakoren is making the move on Josko this lap. As we see Luke going a bit wider, Luke nearly hitting the wall, outcoming of turn 13. But Mirakoren is so close to Josko. Is Mirakoren gonna make the move here? And it's really close between the two. They make contact, but Mirakoren stays behind. Now Mirakoren in the slipstream of Josko with the DRS, but don't forget Josko also has DRS, but Mirakoren has way more speed as we see Pep Gangster going into the pits there. And Mirakoren now, Mirakoren around the outside here, what a brave move. Is he able to stick that? No, he's crashed with Luke. That's the fault of Mirakoren there. He needed to go to the inside, not the outside. That was not a smart move from him. Luke has spun around because of Mirakoren. Mirakoren has damage and he throwed his whole race away because of that. The outside was not smart. There was no room there. Mirakoren chose to go for the outside. Not a smart option. Mirakoren has now damage. I also think Luke has damage. And I am correct. Luke has damage. Dean following Ruben there actually. And Mirakoren now passed Josko again. But yeah, with that damage, and he's lost a lot of time because of that incident. He's now 11 seconds behind the top 3. Don't think he's able to make to regain that time again. And Ralph is now past Luke. Yeah, Luke all with the damage because of that crash. Luke is going to the pit, I think. Dean has a lot of pace actually. He keeps up with Ruben. Ruben in P6, Dean in P7. Dean now opening the DRS. Both charging their batteries as you see the other side we're going into the pit lane. Miracorin closing in really fast on the top 3, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Josko also pitting. So Josko and Luke now into the pit lane. Dropping behind Pet Gangster. And Noah. Josko comes just behind Pep Gangster. As we now see the gap really dropping down for between Jens and Miracorin. If it wasn't for that move in turn 1 on Area van Vliet, Miracorin would have been way closer to Jens. But not a smart move from him. Really not a smart move. And Dean staying close behind Ruben. That's with Ruben there swinging a bit. That's a sign to work together. But let's see if Dean is gonna listen to that sign. Dean opening his DRS, goes down the inside here and is getting past Ruben. So Dean says fuck you to Ruben and goes past Sauber. Let's see if Dean can drive away from Ruben. I don't think he can actually, but let's see. Ruben also with the damage, and Ruben now does the exact same thing back and retakes that position. Well, Dean hitting the wall there pretty hard. But now Ralph coming on new tires very quickly. He's what is use EA name? Yeah, use. That's QRT use. That's your driver fan. But he. Oh, and Ralph crashing into Castle there. Ralph now has damage. Ralph doing Robert Kubica and Charles Leclerc in 2019 in the quali. Ralph now has damage. And Ralph doesn't like that he has damage, and now there is a full core safety car because of that. Ralph getting penalized for that later at the safety car of the FIA. That's not the way we race, so Ralph getting penalized for that. That's a thing for sure. But let's see who's now going into the pits. Sheepy, Sverre and Jens are going to the pit lane. And same for Ralph. So now we have here a safety car. The second one of today. Timbo actually disconnected. Not retired from track. So that's unfortunate for him. So the safety car is not coming in this lap. I think it will come in next lap. So everyone on new softs. I think everyone is in new softs. No, not everyone is in new softs. Miro Koren stayed out. So is now again in the race lead. Ruben and Dean also stayed out. And Sheepy and Josko and Hughes chose for the medium. So that's very interesting. I don't think Miro Koren is gonna have that grip on P1. It's gonna come in this lap, and then we have just 2 racing laps left. So it's gonna be a chaotic restart. Let's see how this unfolds. So we will have safety cars in this lap. Miro Koren, now the race leader, followed by Sheepy and Sverre. I think Sheepy has the best cards here for the race win. Maybe Sverre can take the win, maybe Miro Koren can take the win. But it's gonna be a difficult one for him. And the safety car is coming in this lap. So let's see this restart. Miro Koren speeding a lot there. Driving on board here with Miro Koren. Let's see when it goes pretty fast. High in the pace. Miro Koren goes late. And Miro Koren puts the throttle down now. He is off, and as we see the pack really close together here. We're going 4 wide into turn 1. I don't think that is gonna end well, and it didn't end well. Josko has spun round. Josko now dropped down into P11. As we see much battles there at midfield now between Jens and Ralf. Jens and Ralf side by side. And Sverre has passed Sheepy Gamer. Sheepy Gamer still has that damage. Didn't change his front wing. But now Miro Koren on that old horse doesn't have any pace at all. As we are nearly at the last lap of this race. Sverre now in P1 on that soft tire. Whole grid close together. Let's see if Sverre is gonna make the move on Miro Koren. Is he gonna make the move here? No, he needs to stay behind actually. Miro Koren goes a bit defensive here. The two touch, and Sheepy Gamer has sent it down the inside here. Sheepy and Sverre going side by side. Now into the last corner. They're still side by side. They're touching actually. And now they both have DRS. Let's see how this is gonna end. Sheepy Gamer, Sverre side by side. Now DRS. Miro Koren doesn't have any DRS. Now Miro Koren goes very defensive. Behind them it's 3 wide. Miro Koren, Sheepy goes down the inside and it's 3 wide. And Sverre and Miro Koren collide. Sheepy goes to the lead. We have another Red Bull there fighting it out, and it's very busy, ghosting all over the place. As you see, a Mercedes from Noah also brought in the fight. Now the race leader Sverre, as we see Jens now side by side with Miro Koren, and they're touching with the Sauber. It's very busy at the midfield. Now Sheepy Gamer and Sverre, and we see Alpine has spun round and Miro Koren has spun round. And now Jens and Ruben in P3 and P4, Ralf in P5. As we see Dean in P6 there. As Luke takes a penalty. Now Sverre is very close. Sheepy is very close to Sverre. Let's see what Sheepy is gonna do here. Is Sheepy gonna be able to make the move at the line to Sverre? Sheepy now very close to Sverre. Is he gonna be able to make it with the DRS? Sverre now using all his battery. Sheepy opening the DRS. Is it gonna be enough for Sheepy Gamer to take the lead? No, it isn't. And Sverre wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix Season 7 in Tier 2, followed by Sheepy in P2, Jens in P3, Ruben in P4, Ralf in P5, Dean in P6, Noah in P7, Josko in P8, Luke in P9, Master in P10, and Miro Koren in P11. That was a very chaotic last lap, as we expected, because of the different tires. It was a crazy last 2 laps. But a nice win from Sverre, who takes the lead here. CP just didn't have enough speed to take that lead away. But a nice P3 from Jens also, who has very bad Wi-Fi, as we know. But this is your race result. This is not the race result. This is your race result. So Sverre in P1, followed by CP in P2, Jens P3, Ruben P4, Ralf P5, Dean P6, Noah P7, Josko in P8, Luc in P9, and the last point goes to Pep Gangster in P10. It was a race. It really was a race. Chaotic at the end. Dean with the fastest lap. Fun race, and I hope to see you again. Maybe tomorrow, or if I don't commentate tomorrow, see you next week. In 2 weeks actually, for break week. So hope to see you all tomorrow with Tier 3.